He peg in this game. I think he's going to throw the Camille into it. Why not? Who else is the front line here? Well,
throw the cat.
throw the Yuumi. Why not? Let's get into our match of the week. Finally, it's here. LNG, EDG, over in Chongqing. The crowd ready to go.
Watch out, Zoe. No!
Plex wards first. Always the right option. Anyone wondering what the crowd is actually saying? You normally hear the Jiejie from all our other teams, but the Chongqing dialect for LNG fans as they say, let's go. It's caught out. That's a double binding. They're still here. They committed. SofM walks to his death, and that's the way I wanted to kick off. First blood, and it's to Scout.
Who challenges a level 1 against a Lux Kalista? You gotta be some kind of crazy to do that.
Yeah.
You didn't have the vision at all either.
Crazy's good.
And Plex started a sleepy trouble bubble. How much are you committing to this?
So Jiejie starts with the red buff himself, and that's a big net win here for EDG's jungle and for EDG's mid lane. He's in a position to get a level 2 gank off as well if he wants.
Yeah, you can tell Asura and Duan don't want any bit of that. They do not want any bit. Duan, you're on lookout. You see him.
He's spotted out. Duan gets jumped on first. 1, 2, and 3. He started prowling projectile Raz, but of course has a point in you and me. Just takes the damage, whops away. Plex suffers from that trade. Scout hit an early level 2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Yuumi's never going to be concerned about a gank if you have both, you and me and Q leveled up. So.
Remember, the Q can stop it though.
I mean, you just have W, so you're always fine.
Yeah.
But catches that level 2 gank. I mean, that was just a great positioning from Duan. Keep in lookout. He knew red buff was going to be taken. Just have to make sure that that pesky Xin Zhao had nothing to do with him.
So the jungling continues. I'm actually going to keep track of the pathing here because for SofM, he's walked straight back to the side he lost at the start, heading towards Krugs, but being spotted out by a ward here means that Jiejie picks up his blue buff. He can head to his red, maybe go for the triangle to the other blue, and look towards topside. That's a really good deep ward that just expired.
I mean, ultimately, SofM is going to be really behind in terms of experience. Xin Zhao can actually just lock himself down, taking Raptors, Red, and Krugs, and he's pretty well off now.
Yep.
So that's always been the concern. We saw it at Rift Rivals that when a Silas jungle goes up against a heavy skirmishing early type like Rek'Sai and Xin Zhao, that you just have to be able to at least pave your early rotation, your first level 1, in your favor. They wanted to contest it when they didn't have the composition to do it in level 1s, but take a look at this.
Jiejie doesn't want quadruple buff. He wants the gank in the top side. Flandre has the hookshot, wall shot available, so Jiejie just punches him off the turret, and that's going to be a wave denied, a back used, and Flandre's teleport burnt as well.
Yeah, pretty big denial there. It's humongous. Flawless is going to come back into lane, sure, with teleport, but if that happens a few more times, Flandre is in a real bad position.
So if it wants to challenge this
Don't
now,
even think about it.
in a 1v1 duel, I'd still favor the Xin Zhao. But let's find out.
Don't look at me.
Plex is nearby, has a proto belt as well, Raz.
Oh my god, I hate Zoe on RNG.
Yes. We don't see many Zoes these days, so we don't get to complain about it anymore, but like 4-minute redemption that does a quarter of your health.
That's the thing about mid lane matchups. A lot of the times when you say coin flip, it's because you don't know what the Zoe is going to be picking out in the early levels. But Jinoo's in position.
Oh, he's got the accelerated shock blast ready. SofM, who's going to take the chunk. Plex here as well, looking for the chain, missed by Scout. They eventually punch SofM and Plex, send them back.
Yeah, he's in the back farming for a little bit longer. But take a look at this.
Oh, Flandre gets whopped back himself into the hookshot, wallshot, Jinoo into the cannon form as Jiejie's still nearby. He's on reactive duty, so his jungling has slowed down while these lanes are trying to accelerate.
But you still want to see him succeeding by batting SofM away from him.
Yeah.
Which he's able to accomplish. So both junglers did stop their own farming to make that happen. And you're much better off here if you're Jiejie. I will say, though, it allows SofM to be able to hold off time. Take a look at this, though.
Ignite light binding down.
Help.
The cat can't help. Asura goes down. He'll even burn. EDG knew what they were doing and when they were doing it.
My god. That's always my concern with Ezreal and Yuumi. They don't have control of the wave. They can't stop you from diving.
And we know what Yuumi on weak side does. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
That's right. So teleport going to be used. 20 CS gained as a lead from iBoy. And that's a lane that suddenly off the bat Jinoo is hard out winning.
What's tough? Nice position on the wave here for Scout too, so it's going to be real hard for Plex to be able to get this shoved in, and by hard I mean impossible.
Yep. I was going to say, what are you going to do from here? Mid, perfect point here as Scout now hits level 6, has the clone to send out the second chain. Extra bit of damage, pops him again. The Sigil of Malice to lock onto Plex, and he doesn't have the portal jump just yet, so he can't get into this wave.
I just love the fact that he threw in that double chain just so he can get out of CC and add in, you know, extra bit of damage.
Yeah. Also, he just loses that extra minion again with the extra time.
Oh, so something, you know, I didn't keep track of. In Champion Select, we saw him just as, you know, 20 seconds went through.
Okay. That
Scout was hovering the cleanse, changed over to Ignite.
Okay.
So thinking far more about the skirmishes, and he's actually been doing far better for it.
You can tell I've been playing a lot of solo queue, just in Ignite mid anyway. Cleanse, of course, taken for Flex, so. But at the moment, look at the Dragon. Easily being taken. Pings down from LNG. They're asking, where's the mid lane? He's taken himself a bit of a Dragon as Jinoo in the river might actually be caught out by SofM while this is going on. Flashes away. So that's burnt. Well, Jinoo thought he could sit and take the scuttle for the trade.
Yeah. Great flash, though. Still gets him out of the way.
Yep.
While all this is happening, even though the flash comes through and Plex is able to nab that for himself, I'm still far happier for EDG, but Jinoo's got to get out of here first.
Abscond Dark knocked back by Jinoo. Very nice. Hook shot, wall shot. Hextech ultimatum, and Jinoo underneath his second tier tower can't get a trade off. Launched on by the jungle top.
LNG responds emphatically. Well done to be able to get that kill. They already knew his flash was down. Doubles down to be able to pick it up.
The commitment there from SofM is what made it in the end. And he now gets a bit of control of the top side now.
Oh my
has
God.
a lane that can be played through for LNG, but as you discussed it, this bottom lane is soon becoming an issue for LNG.
They are getting soloed out. That's just how it is. I know Asura is, you know, afraid of Jiejie. There's good reason. He is in the area.
Yep.
But even if it's just a 2v2, you already saw the 2v2 dive just happen. Meiko and iBoy are that much stronger.
Relying on the healing here from Duan.
Here we go.
Jiejie not level 6, but nearby in the wave. Might be able to pick it up as SofM here once again.
Why?
Picks up the Jace hammer, why not? But this time, remember Jinoo went back, picked up the longsword. He's got the damage, SofM help! Miscalculates, one more auto needed, and Jinoo unable to find him, but SofM came dangerously close to dying.
Oh my God. I was confident that SofM would get it too, but you know, I guess he doubled down.
Imagine if that was the serrated Dirk on Jinoo. He was dead.
It's crazy to be able to see that, but SofM is really pitching up that tent.
Yeah.
Trying to make it happen, knowing that Flash was down from Jinoo. Saw the wave earlier. Flandre was not going to be able to help him out either. They had a pretty good idea. You know, Flandre had trusted, or at least probably wasn't in vision. I wanted to, actually, if we take a look back of that one, I wanted to see if he was in vision at all. Because if Flandre was in vision, then he doesn't want to make the obvious walk over.
Yep.
But still, good challenge, and it's been putting Jinoo on his toes.
Yeah, SofM even has the level advantage as Jiejie keeps trying to find his way into the bottom lane.
Oh no!
Bottom versus top, and Scout now making the roam as well.
They had their push. Zoe's going directly bottom lane, but she is nowhere near to help him out.
LNG about to be 2v4. Fate's call. Asura goes under turret. Arcane shifts away. Flashes away from the binding as well. Now to outplay. They're going to find iBoy, but they're launched on Asura. Now gets healed up. The Zubi's under turret. The Meiko goes down, and it's the turret rather that gets him. A double kill for iBoy in the end, and the fact that that was an execution makes it all worse.
Yeah, I thought they played that out so well. But Plex and SofM were slow to the punch to defend. They didn't read the play, and that was still really good tower juggling from EDG. Somehow Meiko comes out untouched.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Let's take a look. So you can see in the minimap, they're hauling it down to the bottom side of the map. Not only do they E out, they flash away from the double binding, and they position themselves so well. Meiko flashes away. I think he recognizes that he thought he was going to get out anyways.
Yep.
But at least I'm going to believe him that he knew that he wasn't hit by anybody else.
Yeah.
But still, good tower juggle.
The Mystic shot was going to hit until the Fate's call, so it nets out. Plex uses his fake flash to get out of that one. And Meiko now on the roam with mobility boots, and the bottom lane is in so much control. Let's go to Rift Herald, says EDG. Meiko almost gets caught out. They steal away the ultimate from the Lux. Now SofM wants to contest it. Jinoo's going to be sandwiched here, Raz. On to 3 members. They find the light binding. They find the ult. It's ult for ult. Jinoo dodges away, jumps back in, survives for so long. So EDG gets the re-engage. They sacrifice their top laner. They say, Jinoo, it was not in vain. It was perfectly well as Plex gets light binded on the way out and EDG take it all.
You could see the lacking confidence from SofM when that fight starts. He didn't want to get the kill on Lux, so he looked at him and he's like, I don't have any backup here. But then he sees the Jace and he's like, I guess I still have Flandre in order, but they did not have the members available. Asura was nowhere nearby, taking up his own advantage in the bottom lane. So now EDG just wins out.
Raiding off in a massive way. Rifthold's going to come through here as well, and iBoy is so accelerated.
Oh no.
Didn't need the kills in this play, but he's going to get the gold. That is a chunk. And that is first turret blood after a quick moment going over to EDG.
He has 3 kills, full turret plating gold. I'm going to love this stat when it gets thrown into how much gold he was able to acquire himself. Bot lane was already working out in his favor. Turret platings were already being chipped out. But going up top lane and being able to pick up the full gold too?
Insane. It's a Callista who's hit her point, hit Blade of the Ruined King, and oh, what is that second item going to be? Are we building up to a Wit's End Hex Drinker? Who knows? So right now, no one can deal with iBoy. Scout's in a similar position. Jinoo's the only one who's really fallen to the wayside, but even then, he's the one who set up that fight. He's the one who brought them all in. And he's the one who's still getting towards that first item.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to always give credit to players that are put on weak side situations, thrown constant ganks, and is still able to come out halfway decent. Like, this is a pretty admirable position to be in, knowing that your, strong side is cashing out.
Yeah.
Just absolutely banking right now. Yeah, EDG is doing real well for themselves. So you got to give some credit to Jinoo.
Yeah, you really do.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay, on to Scout. No, I don't think they're Flandre with the Hextech ultimatum. Scout tries to run away for now. The final spark does come through onto SofM. They turn it. Ignites down as well. Scout flushes away. Is it ticking? It's ticking. It's not. He goes golden, but Scout is still on the run onto Flandre, who tries a Hextech wall shot. Excuse me, into Scout as the light binding doesn't connect as well. But SofM once again almost dies. You can see the commitment there from EDG.
Just another situation where SofM chunked out and can't do too much to keep himself open. This was my concern coming into this game, is that you don't have a strong 2v2 unless if the poke is being landed by Plex, but he's under a lot of pressure now.
Oh no, Duan's by himself. Someone help him. Thank you, Plex. Oh, thank God for Portal Jump. Cat has no health. Plex is still getting chunked out himself. LNG just looking for that window then. 4,000 and some behind. The person who's the most fed at the moment. Let's look through the list, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flandre. He's got 2 kills, but the Camille keeps trying to find windows into the game for LNG itself.
They just need time. Time to be able to get your Trinity Force first and foremost. But you can already see EDG's not giving them anything.
Yeah. iBoy's hoppity hopping. And turret plating's still up. That's how quickly this game has gone. Let's give some more to iBoy. Yeah. That's good.
15 seconds. Deny him all turret platings. You can't get anything else.
He's picked up 8 just himself. As Jinoo's going to get caught out once again. Jumps on in. Has the help. But true shot barrage to finish it off. It's a 1-for-1 as Jiejie denies the damage with the ultimate. Duan needs someone. Give the cat some love. As Meiko with the light binding almost connects. It's arcade shifted away. Meiko's going to bring in the help of iBoy, and now the cavalry's there. Raz Asura gets knocked up. Here we go. Ren City for 1. Let's keep counting as Plex runs for his life alongside Duan, and iBoy was only just getting started.
At this point, Duan seems like a parasite, finding the new host body.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to pass up a lot of people with how many people are dying on the side of LNG.
He's a bad luck omen right now, and Plex doesn't want to be anywhere near the fight.
At least he's getting out scot-free.
Yep.
That's happening. They're losing a lot across the map.
Losses. They tried to jump on Jinoo here, and it was the re-engage once again from EDG.
Yeah, the story oftentimes is not so much what you see, but what you don't see. Fog of War, Jiejie coming out and being able to help out, get the kill easily. And you also see Meiko following up with iBoy, rotating in from the mid lane. Just easy kills. That's why Duan's like, all right, next person, someone help me. I can't allow Asura to hold me firm here. I need somebody.
Plex is thanking himself that he took cleanse in this game, otherwise he's dead there too.
Yeah.
And Duan follows.
How much gold? 933.
Now, at least, I'd say 6 or 7 of those plates was iBoy. At least. This game, 9 over to the EDG.
Near 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
That QSS paid off.
Yeah. I was wondering what that was going to be, but an early QSS, and he's still going to be ahead of Asura once he hits that second item. Of course, Iceborne, Manamune, still not stacked up though. And right now, no point talking about the items for LNG, because you got to look at the side of EDG, and the weak side, rather, that now has matched the Trinity Force with the Yomu's Ghostplate. So not bad for Jinoo. We're going to test it out now. He's run into 3 people, Trouble Bubble. The lockdown here with the light binding, good job. But Asura's nearby, so EDG don't need to commit just yet. But iBoy, yep, that's it. That's it. Oh, God, get me away from him. Good trade, though, from Asura, who sends the True Shot Barrage. Actually nicks iBoy in the way of it. Down over the wall. Ignites Asura as well. The Zoomy should heal him up, but the flash from SofM. Did anyone see that? Because he flashed into a wall.
I guess there's so much happening here. Not just the flash, but the HP that Asura had at the end of it. Just 1 tick left. Duan recognized that he was going to survive off that one, but I was still worried.
Yeah, as you should be. Plex is just trying to find that pick, stop the aggression from EDG. We're playing mid ARAM again, Raz.
It's an immense amount of pressure. I mean, we're looking at EDG potentially taking up a 3rd drag. Certainly this blue buff, the Baron that's going to be coming up in 4 minutes time.
Yeah.
The game is so heavily in their favor that if I'm LNG, you just have to have faith that farm will be going your way, that Flandre is going to have pressure on the side lane. And another one too is that Sleepy Trouble Bubbles will start landing.
Yeah. And that you'll hit that breakpoint of 3 items or so, which will come in the next 15 minutes. Like Asura solo farming down here. Still scary to push out in front of the river as Dragon's now up and available, and there is no vision that's going to save him in the end, especially with this mobile comp from EDG.
Yeah, double ocean. There's not much you can do here. Asura was trying to get that wave clear across. He didn't have teleport at all if the play was going to happen topside. Just knew that the play was going to be Dragon. And I don't think, even with that being understood, that they can do much to stop EDG here.
So moving back to the mid lane. EG haven't picked up the Dragon just yet. Setting up towards the Baron, which will be coming in 2 minutes. And you can see LNG just trying to get vision, stop that early Baron play. And Jiejie just going to solo out the Dragon in the hopes that we get a 4th Infernal or Mountain.
Not going to happen. But I like the idea.
Worth a shot. Where's Jiejie going? Away.
He's a little worried.
He's
I mean,
pretending.
You don't want to be contested on that one, especially with the HP value you have. Might even bring in a few more members. So I'm looking at Kalista, just in case, who's in the area.
Ooh, a cloud. How nice.
Double cloud, double ocean, but
That's what you want to see. The damage onto Plex, the prowling projectile. Jinoo goes gold. For LNG, the proactive move must be used here, and they almost find Jinoo, so he's really getting punished, and LNG think they can find a window through it.
Yeah, I mean, always getting pushed back whenever they had that opportunity. So close to being able to get that kill, but they didn't want to commit themselves to a fight knowing that EDG were rotating top. So, I mean, Plex is going to be their savior if they find themselves another poke or a kill. Remember, as the game goes on, just 1 kill off a Sleepy Trouble Bubble will land them a good position for a Baron.
Yeah.
So a game can change on a dime.
Asura's, as I mentioned before, farming up as well, but he's still 2k gold down. I'm looking at the mid lane. About 1,500. Where's the strength? Still that top lane Camille for Flandre. So keeping up in CS, of course, the strongest part of the map for LNG. You'd think it'd have a bigger lead than that, but
I mean, they don't have too much
going
for them at this game. So,
however,
4 assist gold being put into Jinoo's pockets. He has been farming up incredibly well too. So there's really not much you can say here that LNG has as a strength.
However, Luden's Echo for Plex. Pick potential, as you're mentioning about being the core focus here for LNG to find that window, but SofM's left here in the mid lane by himself, and ulti has to come out from both Ezreal and Duan, who almost dies, reattaches just in time. The heal come through as well, but Meiko almost gets burned down. Plex runs forward into iBoy. The final spark doesn't connect, but look at that turret. One more hit, and Jinoo's going to get it, but he might die for it. He flashes away, but he can still die in the end anyway. Finds the connection there from SofM. The Camille jumps onto 3 people, and EDG are running for their life. LNG, the poke that comes out of this comp is starting to get online itself.
This is getting crazy. Starting to turn itself right now. We talked about that diamond. Right now, EDG, a little bit too greedy, some would say. They just needed one more wave for them to take that turret.
Wow, Meiko only just
okay.
surviving. That was a well-timed heal there from the looks of iBoy.
Just getting batted away on that one. Such a close game, but you're starting to see what power LNG is starting to pack.
Yeah. Like I mentioned there before, the poke, and it came off the back of Jinoo just looking for the simple finish to that mid lane turret, which is on about 10 HP. So now LNG breaking open the mid lane turret and getting some of that gold back.
It's going to be a hard one for Jiejie in particular.
Is that connected?
Especially, yes, if that connected. This is going to be a tough one for Jinoo in general. I mean, think about how susceptible he is to a lot of the poke that right now LNG can throw his way.
Turret finally goes down though for EDG, and for Plex, you might want to back here, looking towards that second item. Looking at what Asura is building, it looks like the Blade of the Ruin King third here for the Ezreal against comp that has some squishy members. So
it's a Vamp Scepter. Remember, it can build into both that and Gunblade.
Well, that's a big no for EDG. Wow. They found Flandre with a cat on top, but you're right, Duan is a curse.
He is. Anytime you're on somebody, you're going to get hurt. That's just going to happen. Flandre is the first victim. Let's see how many more as Baron's being pinged out by EDG.
Yeah, that's 30-second death timer with a teleport. Camille unable to join. 4 versus 5. Baron started, and EDG have everything under their wing as Scout is in a flanking position.
All right, let's see what LNG can do.
He's on
right about Scout.
Gonna be spotted out. SofM jumps away. He doesn't connect with the Abscond Abduct. That means bad things, but Plex hits Meiko from the wing. That's now 4 versus 4 as LNG get out pretty much unscathed. Zoomies to sustain is starting to really build up.
Wow. Catching out, as you had mentioned, with that ward, knowing that Scout was coming in from a flank position. Plex is starting to really hurt.
Yeah.
He's coming in with real power now, and so if this happens a few more times, LNG can take control of this game.
5K, that's it. The gold lead is not enough right now for EDG to start storming those inners, start storming the rest of the basin. Baron dissuaded by this simple play.
The fact that he went right instead of moving towards his team was really smart. Would have been a great opening for EDG if they could land him, but easy to kite back when Duan's by your side on that one. Final chapter putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, almost all 5 members. Could have been a lot worse, and the potential of LNG starting to shine through in game 1.
So I know, we're talking about the potential build there for Ezreal.
Yep.
Could still go Gunblade, but
that's right.
To my point, to your point, I actually do expect him to go Blade of the Ruin King. Okay. Looking at the composition that LNG has, pretty AP heavy with Zoe and SofM, what he has of the Silas. So, and you know how much damage a Yuumi can output.
Yeah.
So certainly more AD within the comp would be nice.
Okay, well, we've got some time to figure out what it's finally going to be, but SofM just walking away now. Getting close towards this Baron ball. EDG, they've still got some pick potential of their own, but that's the troll bubble that connects. He's caught it out in the side. SofM wants him to abduct, but he's not going to find it. So close call once again. The ARAM seems to continue here.
Yeah, because EDG has the wave clear, and EDG has the pick of the litter for the major objectives. It's more so LNG just forcing them off. So this is going to be an easy dragon. Got to wonder what the next one's going to be.
The double cloud, double ocean, a mountain. Finally, a useful dragon, Raz.
This is a pretty good dragon, I mean. I'm talking about the double cloud. With the composition that you have with Xin, Lux, especially Lux with mobility boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of double cloud here.
Wow.
And with a lot of the poke coming in from LNG, double ocean is actually pretty good. So this is actually one of those rare occurrences in games where I'm happy with double cloud and double ocean.
Okay.
If it was just one of the other of both, then I'm not too happy because the values aren't high enough for me to value it over any mountain dragons. But this is a pretty good time for that.
That's true. It makes sense because EDG constantly disengaging away from LNG's mid. Flandre doing some work of his own down the bottom side. Remember, still has teleport available as Scout looking for the pick on SofM once again. Not warded to the side, so LNG have to be careful. This wall has caused them grief in the past.
Yeah. I'm still concerned for EDG. I guess we're concerned for both teams here.
Yep.
Because we already saw what has been pushing EDG back from really pressuring the Baron. It has been the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, the poke that... Oh, no.
Oh, that's a Hextech ultimatum onto Flandre. They want to corner him down. They do. 1, 2, and 3. The knock up, the flash, the follow through. They've got the pick they need. EDG, once again, a setup off the back of this Camille's death.
And it was a very fast kill. It didn't even give LNG an opportunity to go for a Baron run. I think this would be a bad time. They're not even going to try because Ezreal's not in the area. But they knew they had the window. They knew that they had that mid lane shoved out, and Asura had to be shoving the wave back in on them.
Teleport there, so dangerous from Asura. He'll survive, just Arcane shifts away. But still set up around the Baron, 15 seconds left on the Camille. The Jiejie split pushing for his life.
This is a pretty big stranglehold they have on LNG now. That bot lane turret is going to go down at some point.
Yep.
Not much LNG can do about it.
Threatening around the Baron, they can move inside the river, but some smartly placed wards here from LNG, just on the outskirts of the control ward. They're able to hold off and know that EDG is still not doing that Baron.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of, if you're on red side, putting a control ward inside of the pit, just because the contested areas are going to be near that wall. Sadly, they couldn't get the ward anyways.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now they're going to have to constantly fight back in contested warded areas. So, yeah, there we go. You need to have that control ward out there.
Now it's completely blind. Finally, LNG have no vision, and this begins again for EDG. The contest with Scout spotted out once again, but he jumps onto Plex. He's cornered out with 4 people, has to flash away. Gets Sleepy Trollball with the heal and the shield away from Lux. SofM low, but has Zoomies to get right back in there.
Wow, they fully committed to the fight instead of just letting Scout do his thing here. At least protect him, but don't completely move out of the Baron pit. Sad to see that.
You can see how scary this Zoe is, though. We're starting to see more and more how, yes, Flandre, I know, is split pushing to the side, but Plex in these fights is the key. He's the kingmaker against EDG.
Yeah, he's been putting in a lot of work here. And I feel like the duo of Plex and Flandre have been keeping them in the game.
If you're wondering why I'm scared, though, Zoe backed on a ward. EDG, my hype's not founded because they're not near the position for Baron. They can't take it. They can't sneak it away. So back still scattered here for LNG. I'll take it back, but able to get the blue buff, able to scatter themselves through the jungle, and once again clear out vision themselves.
Now they have the right control wards.
Oh, that's a pick out onto the jungle. SofM deleted the burst. Finally from EDG as Plex jumps on in. He flashes himself. He can't find it. Needs a troll ball with the AoE damage. Now into EDG, but even in the choke, Plex can't find it. Asura has to back away as well. And EDG get another couple of picks off the back.
Finally had the wards right where they needed them.
Yeah.
Completely cleared them out. There's nothing LNG could do, and now you can already see the animations. Feels like they're already on Baron.
And Scout now in a much better position. Wards doesn't seem to be available here for Duan. Drops one control ward vision though. And Plex trying to find the snipe.
Oh, what are we going for? He has smite. He has it.
He does.
Holding on to red smite. Let's go for the steal.
Level 13, he has a level advantage over the jungle right now. If he can find this, versus he has it. Portal jump. Smite, level advantage, jumps on in, has to flash in the end, he can't find it. The hopes and dreams left at the door as Asura's going to die here as well. Shock blast combo, a triple kill for the Jiejie, who now helps him get them all.
Gotta respect the effort from LNG there. Plex was dealing with the impossible. Didn't have his own jungler in the position, and he was dealing with Kalista Ren. But he didn't have vision either.
Yep.
But speaking of no vision, SofM going straight in because I'm just as concerned as he was. With how much time EDG had in this area, they could have been on Baron immediately. And they have a pretty good burn on Baron with that team. So they felt like they had to be in a rush. And this is the payoff that the EDG has.
Just remember, Lux Shield in that closed space is always such a nuisance at this point in the game. So a lot of defense mechanisms for EDG, and you were hopeful, as you said, for Plex with the level advantage to get this smite, but just unfortunate time.
Didn't have any eyes on the situation.
That's right.
So they held that Baron at 4k HP for a very long time. And by the time he's been setting up for it, just take a look at this.
So that's the vision. 1k flashes in there, yep.
Yeah. They were holding it in 4k HP for so long that he was probably calculating in his own mind that they've been at 3k HP for some time.
If he got that, I'd bow down. Because you're not only versing the smite, you're versing the Ren of Kalista too. So a difficult task for Plex, meaning EDG do eventually get the Baron. 16 kills to 4 in this game, 10k gold lead, 5 elemental dragons. They picked up the mountain while we were in the replay. And this is where EDG starts striking and start looking to close the jaws over LNG in game 1.
They're a real clear and clean team when it comes to being able to close out games. We'll have to see what they can do here because this is a pretty good position from LNG to force them off the bot lane turret.
Oh, Jiejie, okay. Flashes over the wall. Let's go.
All right, all right.
He's done this before.
Quickest
That's
path
commitment.
to the mid lane.
Yeah, but who cares, right? This looks much flashier. Maybe he thinks he's won the game, not just yet, but Flandre getting caught out means yes. Fate's call by SofM stolen, so it was a Camille in the end, but he dies. SofM now with the longest death timer on Summoner's Rift, and Meiko Duan to pick it up. One member dead. LNG now have to 4 versus 5 for the game.
Imagine how confident you have to be to just flash like that just to the mid lane inhibitor. But already you can see EDG just one fight off from winning this one.
Scout's starting to pummel with 80 carry, double light binding once again. EDG, the waves are crashing in. Who cares about top when you've got this much going on? Needs to be that final fight from LNG. They do get the pick off to Jiejie. He bets he wishes he has the flash, but EDG's jungler even going down. The Nexus exposed by LNG. In our match of the week, EDG are going to keep pummeling down, but LNG looking for the defense. Jinoo on the backside. He finds it in the end, and EDG, game 1 is theirs.
Easy as it goes. After that one, being able to watch them play around Baron reminds me of playoff version of EDG.